can't even see. Well, yeah, I guess you can see the lighter when I light it. That's cool. People just have to deal with it. People just gonna have to deal with it. It's just gonna be dark. It's just the way it is. What's the symbolism of the dark? The all-encompassing nothingness that will eventually swallow the entire universe. Return it to homeostasis. Why is it dark? Because I don't feel like sitting in the light. I live in the country, and I don't have to sit under baking lights all the time. I can sit out in the dark. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm giving you $50 again. Thank you, Mr. Naughty Priest. So I thought I'd let you guys in on a little anecdote about how shitty YouTube is. Not that you don't know already, as I'm quite sure that you do. But we recorded a movie commentary today for our patrons. And we've started to just do films that are public domain, right? There are a long list of movies that are public domain films. And we've started to just like choose from those and watch those because there's been nothing but copyright issues with trying to do it any other way in the past. Well, today we watched a Roger Corman feature from 1959 called Bucket of Blood, which is on YouTube probably 15 different ways in full, just uploaded to YouTube in full, because it's a public domain film, so there's no copyright on it. So we were recording that today, and one of the ways that we record is to stream to a private stream to our channel. And about 1 or 2 minutes before the movie was over, we get a copyright strike on our channel for saying that we have detected copyrighted content on your channel and have ended this stream. So now, as we speak, I've got it running in my fucking office in the appeals window on YouTube, trying to get a recording of it that will work for us so that we don't lose the entire thing. And all because we watched a completely and utterly public domain film with no copyright on it. Some predatory ass fucking company, like the last time we tried to do this with Night of the Living Dead, has falsely monetized part of the music that appears in like 3 seconds of that movie. And as a result, our channel now has a guideline strike on it, and we may lose our work, part of our work for today. How do you like them apples? For a movie that's on YouTube, 15 different channels in its total entirety.
I think I checked and I found like at least 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's a total famous public domain film. So, it is what it is. What are you going to do? I don't worry about it, Otello. You don't have to do that. Just YouTube fuckery. No big deal. The stream is truly dark, yes. I might turn on a light or something here in a minute, but for right now, I'm enjoying the dark. It's funny how the frogs have bred. Like, when we first started hearing them, we could hear individual, like, croaking, remember?
Yeah.
And now I can hear, like, the ones that are closer to us, I can hear some individual croaks, but everything else has just turned into this chirp.
See.
Yep, just an ocean of frog life, dude. The frogs are taking over. Will this affect doing more public domain stuff in the future? I just watched Night of the Living Dead one yesterday. I enjoyed. This would be. I mean, we're gonna keep trying to do what we can do, but it's gonna make it a pain in the ass for patrons because we're not gonna be able to put this shit on YouTube anymore. I have to find a new home for it, and stop using YouTube as the distribution for it, which is the easiest and best way to get it to our fucking patrons through Patreon. So. One of those fucking things. I don't know what to tell you. We're going to do our best. Vimeo is our only fucking answer. But Vimeo fucking sucks sometimes for replaying and doesn't allow people to download it and doesn't allow people to fucking, you know what I mean? It's just a piece of shit. Just have what TJ did on his stream and play dark jazz in the background. Dark jazz? The fuck's dark jazz? I mean, we've had copyright issues with Vimeo in the past before, too. Yeah. We did that huge review of the, Transformers. I can't remember which one it was. Whichever one where the fucking Dinobots come at the end of it. It's like Transformers Age of Extinction, I think. And we did this huge, long review. We used clips from the movie or whatever, but, like, only to illustrate our point and shit. And Vimeo sold it to a bunch of people. And then after we'd sold it to a bunch of people for $5 a pop, they decided that it was copyrighted material and they kept those payments. They didn't even refund people their payments. They just refused to release the money to us. So it's like everywhere you turn, you get butt fucked, dude. It's just the way it is on the internet. No, it's not even basically taking my income from me. They took it. They sold a product, and then when it was time to distribute our portion of the sales for that product, they were just like, nah, we're not going to give it to you. It's like, what? You're not? Okay, well, you're definitely going to refund it, right, to the people that got it. No, we're not going to do that. It's like, oh, so you stole. So you took what was 2 days worth of intensive fucking editing, shooting, writing, scripting, where TJ and I basically sat in a puddle of sweat in his fucking basement and edited away for 2 full fucking days worth of shit. And you decided that, nope, you don't get paid for that. We're going to go ahead and keep that money. It's like, huh?
And then not release your content.
Yep, and then not really. Well, no, they released it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They sold it to a bunch of people, let those people watch it, and then when the end of the month came around and it was time to pay us, that's when they decided that they were going to have to take it down. we're going to have to take this down, unfortunately. Oh, well, that sucks. At least you'll refund the people that purchased it so they could watch it, right? No. Okay. Well, you're going to send us the money, right? No. Oh. What a mess. I have to make DFF CDs. I know. We're going to have to start burning our show to DVD and sending it to people. Literal robber barons, yep.
Let's summon Roger Corman's ghost.
Dude, Roger Corman is still alive.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's just like fucking like 89 or some shit. He's ancient. But he lives, I think.
Let's see.
I'm 90% sure.
You are right.
Yep.
He is 94.
Yep. Roger Corman. Dude, we could have Roger Corman fucking step in for us.
Call him up.
Yep, I'll get him on the horn. I've got him on speed dial. Yeah, no, Roger Corman's still alive. White people never stopped doing blackface. They just started paying black people to do it, is one of your best quotes, Paul. Oh, okay. Where did I say that?
And the lamest TV shows.
Oh, yeah, because there were all those, like, we be from the hood type of shows. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many baby daddies, she didn't know what to do. It's like, oh, my God. It's funny, since your reviews are basically advertisements to go watch these movies, too. I mean, these are like dead films. Like, there's nobody out there talking about Bucket of Blood. And I'm not saying it's never been reviewed or anything, but it's just not, it's not in the fucking cultural zeitgeist at all.
Can you even find it on, like, Netflix or whatever?
Yeah, it's there. It's, like, available for people, but it's just, people aren't watching it. They're not talking about it. It's not some big, giant fucking movie. It's an ancient, copyright-free movie. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. Is Paths of Glory public domain? That would be a cool commentary. I don't think it is, no. How much do I need to pay you to do a full Randy Newman Ace of Spades cover? You don't have to pay me for that. I'll do it one of these nights for you. I just need the lyrics in front of me. Do a cover of Motorhead's Ace of Spades as Randy Newman. That was the one that I did. Or maybe I didn't.
If you like to gamble.
7 snake eyes watching you. Bah, 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 bah. Yeah. Which is why it's even more reasonable you're reviewing them like you're literally bringing these movies back from the dead for people in the Doomer generation. I mean, that's the way I look at it. We're taking an old movie that a lot of people in our audience would probably never take the time to watch or appreciate, and watching it and appreciating it with them and getting new people involved in this old movie that's just sitting there, and we get fucked for it. Any fucking place, any repository for your video can and will fuck with you. Like, even if we make our own website, we will have to pay a company to host those said videos. And that company could decide at any point, nope, we're not going to host your videos anymore. You're gone. So there's really like there's no avenue for us to get our content to you other than literally like physically mailing you physical media. That there can't be an intercept. And even if we were doing that, somebody might fucking try and bust us for nothing. So it's like, it's ridiculous. It is what it is. It makes me not, like, it makes me not want to do this kind of content and to find something else. I know other people, like this kind of content, like us just sitting and watching an old movie together. And it's super easy content for us to make. But it has been nothing but fucking problems for us since we started doing it. Nothing but issues, nothing but copyright strikes and flags and bullshit. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like a bunch of our fans want us to keep doing it, so we're trying to. But the corner we're backed into keeps getting smaller and smaller. Dinor, what are you doing? What are you sniffing over there? You literally broke your bong? Ugh. I'm sorry, bro. That's nasty. That's horrible. Oof. Ripping pepperonis. I love the movie watch-along commentaries. Cannot believe how often copyright BS keeps coming up. Thank you, Paul, for keep trying. I mean, we'll try until we have no options anymore. I mean, I'm sorry to say that this, like, public domain shit is, like, our last option. And we've done 2 of them now. Completely public domain movies, and both of them have drawn copyright strikes and been a problem for us. So it's like, I don't know what to do at this point. We can't watch movies that have no copyright attached to them. We can't watch old movies that still have copyright attached to them. We can't watch videos on YouTube, like YouTube-made movies. There's no way. There's nothing we can do. So we're going to keep trying, but you know what I mean? It may come to a point where we just can't do these anymore, and that kind of sucks. I mean, we've tried to replace the content with other kinds of things, but people didn't like them as much, and I understand why. Like, we tried to replace them with these kind of movie discussions where we watch a movie that, people can go watch themselves and then come back and watch us kind of discuss the movie. But, it's not the same as us sitting and live reacting to a movie. So it's like, people didn't like it as much. But we're pretty much at the point now where it's like, what do we do? Like, we've stopped covering these old shitty, like, self-made movies on YouTube because some of those are copyrighted heavily. We've stopped doing, or we've moved to completely copyright-free movies, and yeah, silent films and stuff we could try and do. But I mean, there's only so many of those. And it's different. A silent film is different than, people might not like that as much as us watching a non-silent film.
You watch them at like double speed.
They already look like they're at double speed, a lot of those old movies. I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick. Oh, D. Oh, dirty D. Dirty, dusty D from the Salton Sea. Still gonna be dark as fuck.
Sounds kind of good.
What?
A little Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, I got one for you. I brought one for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got that one, and then I pocketed one for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I forgot. I was about to forget. Hopefully it's not shook up. I brought you a Diet Coke because I love you.
I love you too.
That's the best way to show someone you love them, is give them a Coke.
Yep. Now it's a Coke ad.
Yep. Paul, sponsored by Coke. Hello, Shadow Man. Hey, this is better than it was before. You want me to turn that light back out? Just keep bitching. This is for your benefit, so you can see that I do indeed exist, but I don't really care that you can't see my face.
If you want to see Paul's face, just put up another Highdeology with his face.
Yeah,
Mute
that's
it.
a good idea. Mute the other Highdeology and just pretend you're watching that. Like, mute the one I did earlier today. That's in the light. Dude, I looked awful on that stream today. Oh my god. I was looking at myself. I don't know what it was. The lighting or whatever. The way the sun was hitting my face made me look pale as a fucking ghost. I had these big, like, dark circles under my eyes. Like, holy fuck.
I don't think you look that bad this morning.
Yeah, and then I took my hair down. It was all wet, and it just looked like a wet Saint Bernard on my head.
I promise it wasn't that bad.
It was muffed up. I look like the guy from the Creep movie poster on Netflix. I really do. I really do. Do I? Do I?
Oh god, that's stinky.
Yeah, it's pungent.
I like it. You have to go find your ball. I don't know where you put it.
Yeah, you're the one that lost it. You're the one that decided you weren't even going to chase it. Just let it go. Paul, I wish you were my sleep paralysis demon. I will be tonight. Paul, what do you like more, Mulholland Drive or Naked Lunch? Mulholland Drive. Now, let's not start that. Let's not start, do you like X or Y better? Paul, do you have 300 seconds to change your account name? Nope. Oh. Yeah. No Paul alts up in here. Oh.
He's been warned before.
Yeah.
Asbestos, so he never learned his lesson.
Yep. It's okay. He'll be back as soon as I do another mass unban. Never quite learns how to change his fucking shit. Paul wasn't in the chat on stream earlier today, but I wanted to say that if you keep your hair tied up when it's wet, it won't dry. Yeah, I've been told. I've been told that, but I don't know what else to do with it because when it's wet, it just like hangs down on my shoulders and gets my shirt all wet and shit. Like my hair is so thick, it absorbs so much fucking water. I can sit there and wring it out like a dish rag. Like that's what I do when I get out of the shower. I take the whole fucking shit, I wring it out like a goddamn dish rag. And like gallons of water come out of it. And then I slick all the water back and I do it again. And another gallon of water comes. I could sit there and do that all goddamn day. It's fucking crazy. I don't like blow dryers, man. They like dry your hair out and make it all crispy and shit. Yeah, it'll make my hair all like this. This is what I'll look like if I use a blow dryer. It's like floofy fucking poofy flyaway hair. humidity will do that. It's not humid at all.
I tried taking the most gentle one.
Dude, this is spicy. Even a gentle hit on this is going to be ooga. Yeah, you need to let it down anyway, even though it does that. You could also do what girls do and wrap a second towel around your head. Yeah, that's true. I could get one of those, like... They make them like special towels that are shaped for your head, too.
Yeah.
And you can just... And then walk around in a turban. That would be better than just having drippy-ass hair all day. I'll tell you that. Maybe I'll do that. Wrap it up like a turban. Wee! Oh. Yeehaw.
Doesn't taste good to me.
Doesn't? This one? This is a cat piss strain. They call them cat piss strains. Tastes a little bit like cat piss. We'll get you high, though. Yeah, coughing just makes you 10 times more higher. You gotta cough to get off, etc.
Why does weed have to be so gross?
I don't think it is. I like weed in all its many flavors, but I'm also a longtime connoisseur of weed. I can see why people don't like the smell and taste of it. I definitely can see that, but I do. Walking into somebody's house and smelling a little bit of weed is like meeting an old friend again for the first time. And the taste of weed. Is this the Blue Dream from earlier? No, this is another strain. I don't know exactly what it is. This is a hybrid strain. A little bit of cat piss, a little bit of something else. I don't know what it is exactly. The smell of weed always reminds me of going to see a Moody Blues concert. Yeah. There's a lot of concerts that smell wonderfully of weed. Dude, living out here, people just stop sometimes in the middle of the street. It happens so much. And I'm such a paranoiac. I think, like, people are parking there to watch me. They're just idiots who don't know where they're going.
I was fucking freaking out the other day, too, because there was someone that, like, came around, like, twice, like, getting lost or something.
There was a dude the other day. I was sitting out here in the morning smoking a bowl, and fucking some truck pulls up right here, like, and just parks. Like, right up against, like, right next to our fence. And I was like... So I just sat there and I was like, dude, if this guy's going to make me uncomfortable, I'm going to make him uncomfortable. So I just stared at him. Like, I just, like, locked in and just started staring. And eventually he just, like... I was like, the fuck is your problem? Get out of here. Like, I got my fucking peepers on you, bro. I'm gonna park right by my shit. Dude, I love the fact that you're as old and as left-wing as you are. You're the based, awesome uncle I never got to grow up with. I don't know about that, but... Yeah, that whole, like, you get more conservative as you get old thing never happened to me. I got more left. I went further left the older I got, if anything. Paul's not that old. I mean, I'm definitely old enough to be some of y'all's uncles and dad to a lot of you. So I'm old in comparison to a lot of the people watching me.
We've looked at the stats.
I know my stats. I got whippersnappers watching me. Yesterday I went to the door. This lady walked in the store, took off her mask. I death glared her, and she followed me to my car in her Mercedes to ask what my problem was. Oh, you went to the store, and some lady took off her mask for no reason, and you gave her the shit eye, and she followed you in her Mercedes? Oh my fucking God, bro. This country's doomed. Doomed. Just turned 26, so yeah, basically. Yeah, I would have been 14 when I conceived you, but so that's a possibility. It happens. Dude, you found yourself a Karen in the wild, and you had a run-in, and you're lucky that you escaped, dude. Throw a brick at her windshield. Yeah, everybody's just got like a brick laying around. Paul, I hate to tell you this, but I'm your son. Jawan! My boy! My bouncing baby boy! I knew it! You guys don't have a car brick? No, I don't. I don't have a car brick. Damn, I got somebody that's my elder up in here. Somebody born in 79. Okay, all right. Well, that's rare. Why do you move places where there's constant noises? I like these noises. I like the noise of nature, so eat a dick. I move to places where there's like life and stuff because I like listening to it. Would you feed wild animals if they hung around your house? No, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to feed wild animals because then they become dependent on you as a food source, and then they suffer and die and overproduce and stuff. So, are they getting louder? They are. Yeah.
What would you even feed a frog, anyways?
Flies,
Yeah.
mealworms, maybe. I don't know. I mean, frogs. That's different. Like a frog, they're everywhere anyway. So if we wanted to feed a frog, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's like the mammals that come back and become dependent. And birds too. I guess, are birds mammals? No, they're not.
No, they are. They're
Avi-
closer to reptiles.
Yeah, what is a bird?
They're basically dinosaurs.
Yeah, but nobody wants to say it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be like they're dinosaurs. Because they're not mammals. They're not reptiles. They're reptimammals. Mammaltiles. Jesus Christ. What a crazy world.
Yeah, birds just don't really fit neatly into anything.
Birds are their own thing. They're birds. They gotta fit. They cannot just fly over the tree of life. They must be something. They must be classified, all right? The fact that science hasn't done this makes me sick. Science, get to it. Bird is not its own group. You can't just say that's its own group. What is it? Frog is a goddamn amphibian, right? A lizard is a reptile. I got titties, so I'm a mammal. What the fuck is that flying around up there? A plane? Taxonomically speaking, a bird is a reptile. Well, fuck me. Fuck me right in the ass. That doesn't make... So there's lizards? So they're lizards. Okay. I'm fine with that. They're dinosaurs. I'm kidding. I just think it's funny. I understand birds have their own little classification or whatever. Yeah, what the fuck is a platypus, bro?
And an echidna. Can't forget the echidna.
Oh yeah, the echidna. Echidna lays an egg too. And a wombat poops squares. What is this world? Cube pooping wombats. Echidnas dropping eggs. Fucking platypuses swimming around with beaver tails, duck bills, beaver bodies, or like, I don't even know what kind of bodies they got. Like dog bodies, watered fucking webbed feet, squirting out eggs on the bottom of the... What is that? What are these things? Those poop cubes are the future of logistics. I know. We learned about that. Scientists are studying the fucking poop tract of wombats so that they can find a way to create a cube without machining. Australia was a testing ground for the rest of the planet. Yeah. It should be. Bouillon cubes or wombat poop. Oh no. Platypus stings are supposed to be one of the worst in terms of pain. Yeah, that's right. They're venomous too. Or poisonous. Are they poisonous or venomous?
I think it's like they're on their feet. So
yeah, they've got like a spine on their foot that has poison.
Poison, right?
They're venomous. Because they have venom sacs. What the fuck? A venomous duck beaver that lays eggs. The fuck did that even evolve? A duck beaver that lays eggs? That has a venom gland on its leg? Like, what accident of evolution led to that? How did that happen? What is the transitional form between a fucking platypus and whatever its closest relative is? It's a Dark Souls creature. It is. It really is.
And then we have the fucking... bunch of fucks.
The what? You're stoned.
Trying, yeah. Oh yeah, all the whales and dolphins and porpoises that decided to leave water and then come back to water.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They were like, hey, we don't like this water no more. Let's grow legs. And then they were like, you know what? These legs fucking suck. Let's lose the legs and go back to the ocean.
But still breathe there.
But still breathe air. Yeah. We're still going to be like basically bears. But freakish mutant bears that filter food out of the water with our fucking... Like, how did that happen? How did a bear get baleen? How did we go from bear teeth... like teeth, and then they went out in the water, and then now they've got baleen teeth? How did you get baleen? It's like hairs in your mouth. Like, what is...
I don't know, even with the explanation, like reading a whole book on explaining it, it's fucking...
I know.
Grasp.
The best person at explaining it to me was fucking, what's his name? God, the guy you're reading his book, Dawkins. Yeah, he has the mountain probable analogy, where it's like, you know, you look at a creature like a platypus, and it's like looking at a peak, and it's like you're trying to imagine how you got from the ground to the peak, and it looks insane. And he calls that mountain probable, but according to him, evolutionary science and evolutionary biology is if you walk around the mountain, there's a little path. And the path cuts up and back, and it takes a long time to get to the peak because you have to walk slowly up and back to gain all that altitude. But eventually, through the slow process of evolutionary biology, you wind your way to the peak and you've got yourself a platypus. The thing that bakes my noodle about evolution, and always has, is the transition between this and this, right? Because for me, knowing that there were bear-like creatures that came out of the ocean, walked on the land, lived on the land for millions of years, and then decided to re-go into the ocean, or didn't decide, but they did. They readapted to the ocean, right? Okay. That means that at some point there was a bear with baleen. Or
a
flippery bear. Like, I don't get it. Like, I just, it because like having half of a baleen, like, okay, so like to get from a tooth to a baleen, you'd have to be like generations of like your teeth get tinier, smaller, and more numerous. You know, so like what does that animal look like? The one that's halfway between a bear and a whale. And how did it function? It had a mouthful of like floppy baleen teeth, but it still would have had a lot of the fucking features of a bear. I don't fucking know, man. No, I understand. I just explained mountain probable and all the millions of years it takes to get from A to B. I'm just talking about what did the one in the middle look like? That's the answer. So you've got bear here, you got whale here. Right here, there's something that is both bear and whale, and I want to know what that looks like. I want to know how you have half baleen and half regular teeth, and how you function in the ocean with that, and how you propagate your species enough to have thousands of generations so that eventually you become this giant fucking whale. I want to see what's in the middle. What is the halfway point between blue whale and bear-like creature that walked into the ocean?
Probably something, if you looked at their embryos, you could see. Like their embryos would look similar.
Maybe. I don't know. That's what always fucks me up. It's like, okay, so whatever, like most mammals, a fucking platypus started out as like a little rodent type of thing, right? We're all descendant from the shrew type of rodents, all the mammals, right? So here you have your little shrew rodent, your little proto-mammal, and here you've got your platypus. Meet in the middle and tell me what the fucking like middle animal is. Like, what is that? It's got half a bill and like a little floppy tail that eventually will be a beaver thing. It's got a little spike on its foot that has an infection or something. I don't know. Like, what is it? What is it? That's the thing that really fucking is fascinating to me about evolution.
Well, just look at Dynor. Like, he didn't look like his mom and dad.
That's I know, but well, D. Way to drop mom's phone, D.
You wanna come sit with me? You know mom's time.
He's like, you guys. There you go. Like, that animal was out there. That half baleen, half fucking thing. It's not animal 1, animal 1.5, animal 2. It's animal... Right, I get it. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
that process...
That there's a visualization issue, not that there's a facts issue.
Right, I'm not...
Issue.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with evolution. I believe, okay? I'm there. I'm with it. I go with the science. I'm just saying that it is crazy to me to think... Because what you're describing is exactly what I understand. It's not like one animal shits out at animal 2, and then animal 2 shit... Right, I get that. I'm not a Christian. I understand how evolution works. But what I'm saying is, if you could look at that animal's first... You know, take one of its early forms, and then take its current form, and then meet in the middle, what would animal 92.875178 look like? You know what I mean? What would that animal that's right in between look like, and how would it function? It's a problem of visualization, as Amelia said, for me, not a problem with the facts of evolution. It's just crazy for me to think about a half bear, half baleen whale.
The easiest thing is Dinor. It's a good example of how something can not look like its parents.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Mutation.
Dinor might have been the result of mom fucking some other dog in the neighborhood. In fact, it's very likely that Dinor is a result of, because that's very common in dogs. If dogs have sex with multiple dogs, they can have puppies that are from 3 or 4 different dads. So
Which
from
is
where
weird in of itself.
that is weird. Because you would think,
one to propagate as many as they can.
right? But when a dog is in heat, they'll fuck like 10 times a day. 10 different dogs.
They're almost like solitary now.
Yeah.
So like they don't really mix into like groups. So they don't really have some alpha that's baby and all the shit.
Yeah. Oh, D. Explain it all to me, D. I see the wisdom in your eyes. I know you know the wisdom of the world, but you will never share.
My mom slept around, Dad.
Yeah. Mom got around like a record.
But what is the benefit of that? Like having 2 different...
Genetic diversity.
Yeah.
Propagates even further genetic diversity.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
But then we go back to us. And now we have a shitty system. Because
Yeah.
we only have one.
That's true. And it almost kills us coming out of us.
Yeah.
He's not considered you worthy just yet. Well, I hope one day he'll share the secrets of the universe with me. I'm pretty sure the baleen teeth evolved once whales became a thing. Well, yeah, but I mean, because a baleen came from teeth. Like baleen are teeth for whales. Like they came from the gum line of an ancient animal, right? And so what's the transitional form between a tooth and a piece of baleen? And how does that animal eat? God done did it. Yep. It were gourd. It were gourd what did it. Teeth got progressively smaller and fewer while baleen developed. I don't know.
I don't know if it's something that grew underneath its teeth, like its gums.
Yeah.
Its teeth at all.
Was there like a mutation that caused like hair to start coming out of the gum line of one bear, and then that propagated over millions of years, and then slowly but surely the teeth were replaced by a coarse hair? Or did the teeth themselves slowly but surely thin out and multiply and magnify to the point where you had a row of baleen? But it's, like baleen whales are filter feeders. So they swim around in the water with their mouths open, and they have a row of baleen instead of teeth. And that baleen filters krill out of the ocean. Krill are tiny little shrimp-like things that are the most abundant animal in the ocean, by the way. They swim slowly through the water, and as they're swimming, they're constantly filtering this krill out of the ocean. But their ancestors had teeth, were predatory on land, or omnivorous at least on land, like current bears. That's our best guess. And so at some point, teeth became baleen. And an animal that can slowly swim and filter and doesn't have to chew, doesn't have to eat, just slowly by action of moving around feeds itself. Early baleen whales also had teeth alongside baleen. How does that work? That's insane, though. Because it seems like it would make both less functional. You'd have half baleen, so not enough to actually filter krill. And you'd have a bunch of teeth that were slowly but surely going away and becoming little nubbins. So what were they eating? Nature be crazy. You're right, Jawan. This is the type of shit that really, like, freaks me out. Like, not freaks me out, but makes me think about evolution. Just, I would love to get to see a total progression of every animal. You know what I mean? Starting from the very first single-celled organism that's, you know, an actual representation of those animals, not some kind of animation of it, because I know there's tons of those. I would love to be able to see that happen in snapshot form and watch these animals develop into their different forms and how it happened. It'd be so fucking cool. There's not a smart reason for it. We have excess teeth, wisdom, and useless organs that exist as a holdover from an earlier... Yeah, of course. No, I understand that. Whales have vestigial, like, fingers and shit in their fins. And if you look at their skulls, you can see their vestigial legs and hips and shit. So I understand we have appendixes. The appendix may or may not do anything. Like, we're still not sure, but we do know that it's a problematic thing. Humans have tailbones, right? So, just a matter of... But I understand the idea of vestigia. I just don't understand, you know, fully how to conceptualize a whale that has both teeth and baleen, and how that animal would even eat or survive. I'm sure there's an answer. I just don't know what it is. And that's not the only one that bugs me, you know what I mean? I think of things like squid, cuttlefish. You know, those are big kind of evolutionary mysteries. They just rapidly appeared, I think, in the Devonian. I might be wrong about that. Or maybe it was at the beginning of the fucking Cambrian explosion. All of a sudden, all these super smart cuttlefish type animals start to appear. And there's nothing in the fossil record related to them closely enough to justify... Well, like the Nautilus, right? So the Nautilus and Nautilus-like animals are the closest thing that we can come up with as ancestors for modern day, like cuttlefish, squid, and octopi. But how they made such a fucking leap in intelligence and complexity and shit in such a short amount of time is not apparent. Not readily apparent. As long as what animal with teeth and baleen was able to successfully exploit a particular niche, it would propagate. I understand that. I just want to know what that niche was. I want to watch like a baleen tooth whale eat. What was it eating? How did it deal with... Remind me to go turn off the recording that I had to make of the piece of content we made today. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go do that. I left that inner door open and Cricket was just like loafed right in front of this one. Just sitting there. Like I'm not gonna see him. Just go ahead and open the door, Dad. It's fine. I won't go outside, I promise. Cephalopod intelligence might have emerged primarily in response to predation and complex feeding contexts. I mean, I've heard that. Like, I've heard that them having to be smart and agile hunters was a rapid increase in their, came with a rapid increase in their intelligence. What about their fucking cloaking ability and shit? Not only cloaking, their skin is some of the most fucking amazing shit. Cuttlefish and certain species of octopus are capable of not only changing color at will, but changing the absolute texture of their skin. Like they're able to morph into a piece of coral, basically. It's insane. I'm currently in history class, and I find early hominin and early life to be really fascinating. You ever heard of the immortal jellyfish? It's wild. I haven't, but I'll look it up. It sounds interesting. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I didn't get very far in college, so never got to learn about the immortal jellyfish.
Andy, can we go in?
I love you, baby.
Get some water.
Okay. I wondered how do jellyfish work. They're like a bag with tentacles. Like, what's up with them? How do jellyfish work? I don't know, bro. I wish I was a fucking biologist. I wish I could answer questions like that for you. Yeah, their scientific name is Turritopsis dorni. Okay, well, I'll check it out. It's a form of cloning. Luckily, few animals are capable of this. Yeah. Yeah, I'll Google it. I'll Google the immortal jellyfish, dude. I want to know. You've piqued my interest. Jellyfish probably aren't that complicated. They just lack pigment, so they look like an impossible life form. Yeah. Paul, you sounded very aggrieved when you learned Candyland was to be altered. It just sucks that they made it worse. Like, I don't care that they altered it. It just looks like they made the fucking game worse. Like, why would you do that? Yeah, dude. Like, update it or whatever. I don't care. Yeah, well, it's already changed. Like Candyland, if you look at modern Candyland that they're selling now, it's like totally fucking streamlined, less complex, which already Candyland's one of the easiest games ever. So it's like, they just made it a shittier game. It's like, Board games need to make a comeback. No. They call them board games for a reason, bro. And it's not because they're played on a board, if you get my drift. No, I'm just kidding. I've never been a huge fan of board games. I hate how rather than make new movies, new games, new ideas, everything is just being remade, copied, and nostalgia marketed. Yeah, that does seem to be the new thing. You play D&D? Well, I mean, obviously there are exceptions to every rule. I said I generally don't like board games all that much. I mean, gee whiz. Gee willikers. Alarm, please. My giant solo cups, yeah. Texas made. Texas, baby. Everything's a little bit bigger here in Texas. I mean, Paul, random question. Do you remember your partner numbers? I do. My partner numbers are 334403. I had a 6-digit partner number. And it was really easy to remember because it was 334403. How you doing, by the way? Hope you're feeling better. For those that don't follow Ashley on social media, she caught the COVID and survived and is recuperating. I'm going to check something and I'm good. I got an inhaler, though, today for my chest pain. Ugh, that sucks, bro. I mean, at least you're okay, but... I triple mask up and spray myself down after going to the store. Triple mask. Yeah, I hope the problems that you're having now aren't like forever. But at least you survived. This is why, like, if I haven't had it already, which is a total possibility, by the way, like, it's totally fucking possible that I've had it already. Hey, Paul, how do you respond to people like Hakeem that makes the argument that overpopulation is a capitalist lie? Have you heard these arguments, and what do you think? I mean, overpopulation depends on distribution of resources and how much of the landscape you have to denude in order to distribute those resources to the population, right? So that's really the... Oh, Dee, what did you eat? Come here. Let me see. What did you eat? Is it because you were eating grass earlier? Oh, yep, that's a big piece of grass. It's got some more grass. Yep. Or is that some cricket food, too? There's no way. You can't reach cricket's food. What did you eat? Little turd burglar. Yeah, that's a big-ass piece of grass. Why are you out there eating grass? This is what happens when you eat grass. You shouldn't eat grass. It's not for dog stomachs. You don't have a stomach that can handle grass. Come here. It's all right. We'll hose it off tomorrow. It ain't in no. It's no big deal. You're all right. Dinor just had a little puke session.
Yeah, I heard it out there.
Yep. Poor guy.
He's good over it.
Poor guy. You okay? You can see in that first one that he unleashed, there's some vegetable matter, so he's been...
Dee, come here. It's okay. You're gonna be okay, buddy. It probably didn't help that I was gagging in there.
Oh, yeah. Did you smoke too much or what?
Yeah, I just felt dizzy.
It happens.
Usually I'm fine. I'll eat something right after to get something on my stomach.
Dude, dogs eat grass when they have tummy problems. Well, Dinor has a sensitive stomach. So, he's always had that, though, since he was a puppy. He has, like, one type of food that we can feed him. But thank you, Mr. Naughty Priest. Yeah, Dinor's always had his little stomach issues and shit. Yeah, he's got the rumble tums. You ever hit a bong so hard that you puked? Yes. Happened to me early on in my bong career. It'll happen to you. If you're not like a super regular weed smoker, you can get really, really dizzy. Can't feed him table food? We do not. We do our very best to keep human food away from him, because when he gets it, he'll have fucking lava shits for 2 days. Yeah, he's got a sensitive... He's got the right kind of dog food and shit. Onion and garlic ain't good for... Yeah, I know. He fine. Whatever it was he munched on, it might be a snail now that I'm looking at it. Did you eat a snail? I'm gonna have to get a good look at that in the morning. See what the fuck that is. My dog adores carrots. Yeah, some dogs can...
It'd be too much sugar for them, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is weird that it has so much sugar in it.
I agree with y'all's points. Basically, more humans equals further destruction of the planet and the current uber-capitalist system that we have now globally. Just wanted to know if Paul had heard Hakeem's take. I have not. I don't watch anybody named Hakeem. I don't know who Hakeem is. But that's no slight or whatever. I'm not trying to you know, I just don't watch anybody. Does Dinor drink from the toilet a lot? No, he doesn't. I don't think I've ever seen Dinor drink from a toilet.
Cricket, on the other hand.
Cricket is our toilet sipper. He's a toilet sipping boy, but no, Dinor is not a toilet drinker. Dinor throws up on the stream, and everybody on the wants to diagnose. Yeah, like if you've ever had a dog, one of the things you need to know is they throw up sometimes. I mean, if they're doing it constantly and it looks like they're in pain or they're retching a lot and shit, you need to take them in. But like,
just like humans, like sometimes you just gotta puke.
I will give him a smooch for you. Have a good day. It's your toilet, you sicko. What? Huh?
Someone said, "What's wrong with drinking out of the toilet?"
Well, there's a number of things that I can think of that are wrong about drinking out of the toilet.
One being Cricket slipped in once.
I mean, yeah, Cricket has fallen into the toilet, I'm sure, and probably more times than we know about.
Yeah, it was because you started putting the seats up, and you'd never been on a toilet with the seat up, so he lost his bearings.
Yep. He was like, well, Cricket the toilet drinking cat, dude. Why did you title the stream Undone? I don't know. I sat down and I was like, I want to make a stream, and that's the first word that came to my head. So I was like, okay, I'll name it that. That's usually how I name my streams. Stream names are usually just a random word or phrase that I think of right before I start the stream, or a song lyric that I've had stuck in my head all day or something like that. I don't like do a whole lot of thinking about what I name my streams because it doesn't really matter. I just try and distinguish them from the one that came before them in some way. You know what I mean? Like, but naming these streams is like, I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? I don't know how I would name a 3-hour rambling talk about whatever we talk about, you know.
Unless you wanted to number all your Highdeologies.
Yeah, that would take some time. It's all pulled from the Aether, yes. Remember those streams named Glorp and Slorpo or whatever it was? Yeah. I mean, sometimes I think of some weird words that don't exist, and that becomes a stream title. I think you can thank my friend Rodney for that, by the way. My friend Rodney is like insanely known for making up these words, like not only taking words and making them mean something else, but like just outright just like coming up with different words. Glorp, yeah. I was recommended a 13-year-old video of yours today, the one where you uploaded a video from Brett. Oh, yeah. That was when, like, Brett Keane came back and started criticizing some of the people that were in, like, the atheist community or whatever. Like, Brett got his channel banned. Then he came back, and he started criticizing some people in the atheist community. And the atheist community was like, oh, fuck you. You know, they got all mad at him and shit. And I was like, I was defending Brett at that time, yeah. Because I thought it was stupid the way people were all, you know, dumping on him and shit. And being all fucking harsh at him for no reason. Because at that point, like, everybody was all mad because of the plagiarism scandal. And I was like, let the dude come back. Let's see what he has to say. How the tables have turned, yes. I don't know what his grift is now, to be honest with you. Would you say Burt served as an ideological inspiration for your work? No. I would say that Burt was one of the first people that I saw making atheist videos and helped to introduce me to some people who were ideological inspirations for my work. Burt. Yeah, dude. He made me. He created me. He molded me from the very clay of the earth. I know you guys are over the manatee shit, but you know you'd make bank doing one last special on it and charging 10 a head. I know, but I don't know, man. Like, I'd rather put my effort and energy into making that money some other way, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, we could cash in on it and shit. Maybe we will sometime in the future. I don't know. But as it stands right now, like, not being involved in not just manatee shit, but all of the tertiary shit that comes with the manatee, because where the manatee swims, a lot of pond scum develops, you know what I mean? It's been great. Like, fuck that. And honestly, even though there's like a vestigial group of people who just can't fucking stop mentioning it, that linger around our community and stuff, being away from the people for whom that is the only thing they're interested in hearing us do is great. Like, I understand people's nostalgia for it. You have to understand that, like, you got to watch a show and I had to live it. I lived the show. And so I have a different perspective on it. I was immersed in that shit as a primary action of my day for a long fucking time. I understand it was awesome. I get it. I get it. Trust me. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't funny. I understand it's funny. It's just like you can only beat a manatee so many times, you know? There was no joy in it anymore. It was like Brett was starting to do shit that was dangerous. He gave my fucking address to a legit psychopath. All kinds of crazy shit. Like, and then all the weirdos that surrounded him, like both against him and for, like, the ones that backed him up, all those people just being like in my fucking periphery all the time. All the drama and the sub-drama and all the bullshit. It's just like, you know, you got to understand, man, your perspective on it and my perspective on it are going to be completely different. You got to watch it for a couple hours a week or whatever, and I had to dig through endless fucking Brett videos and endless fucking Brett bits and endless shit to make it happen. I had to live in it. You know what I mean? And it sucked. Like, that part of it is just, ugh. Like, there was nothing interesting going on there. But the interesting thing about it for me was the creative process of trying to take this total dull shit, unwatchable, and make it funny for people. And that was the joy that I got in the creative process with the whole manatee shit, was taking this utterly dull content and making it something that made people laugh. But the fact that the content is utterly dull and predictable is what eventually killed it, because you can only fucking come at that from so many ways before you're just endlessly repeating yourself. And the Pokemon hotline, yeah. Definitely an interesting chapter of my life. Definitely one that I understand, you know, people are nostalgic for or whatever, because it was funny. There was a lot of funny bits. But, you know, it just got stupid. It just got to the point where repetition was the only option. And as the beatnik Maxwell at the beginning of the movie that we watched for our patrons today says, repetition is death. Ugh. Oh, man. So you guys Super Bowling tomorrow or what? You guys sports balling it? Nah, no sports ball. Nah. You don't even know who's playing. No. Good excuse to eat a lot of junk food. That's what I'm in it for, you know. Didn't even know it was happening. Couldn't give a fuck. Nah, I'm European. Let's go Chiefs. Yes. Somebody's sports balling out there. Nah, I have to work at 12. Who's playing? It's the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. Battle of the century. Me love Fuba. I like Fuba. No, I'm not really into Fuba, but I do catch the Super Bowl, you know, usually, and eat some pizza or some shit. I don't know. Sundays are our day off from shooting, so it works out. Nachos are the best Super Bowl snack. I'm going to eat at least $5 chicken wings then. You should. Fuba. Come on, man. You know you want to watch some Fuba. What's the first rule in the unwritten book of the road? Huh? King of the road. Stay on it. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm there to watch the corporatist propaganda. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what's happening this year with the commercials. They probably will suck. They've sucked for like the last 8 years or so, so. You know who I look like right now? Dude, if I do this, let me just get like some floof hair coming out. Like, watch. Like Haggis from Pumpkinhead. You don't know the powers that you're messing with, Ed Harley. What's done is done. You wanted this. You came to me for this, Ed Harley. That's the way she's lit. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. I've seen Midsummer a few times, actually. It's one of my favorite movies, horror movies to come out recently. Great film. Gets better every time I watch it. I'm a big fan of those A24 films, man. Those A24 horror films are hitting it out of the park. I agree. Midsummer and Hereditary, both S-tier horror films, agree. You're scared to watch A24s? Do it anyway. That's the point. Really, really, really liked Get Out. I didn't just like Get Out, I loved Get Out. I thought it was one of the most entertaining horror films I'd ever seen. A great freshman effort from Jordan Peele. Very shocking that he had that in him. His big screen follow-up was a little bit of a dud, though. Us was not it for me. You know, I'm not trying to hate or whatever, but it just wasn't great. Yeah, no hate, but yeah, Get Out was fucking awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, this is not a newer movie. I think it came out in 2014, but another movie that people talked about for a long time that I think I'm going to rewatch, maybe tonight even, is It Follows. I think about that movie all the fucking time. I don't know what it is, but it's like once or twice a week I think about It Follows. Yeah, that movie was really good and scary. Oh, fuck. His neck, man. I pissed it off last night. Amelia says I had my pillow all folded up in half weird, so I probably slept with my neck all like this. And I'm paying for it today. The Witch is great. The Witch is a great movie. Fantastic film. That's why I hate it when people say, like, movies suck now. It's like, shut up. You boring, unadventurous fuck. I just hate people that are like that, man. It makes me sick that I used to be a person like that. Like, I used to be all the music that comes out now sucks kind of person. Like, what a fucking boring ass fuddy-duddy, dude. Shut up. Just go look. Go watch movies, for fuck's sake. This ambiance, yo. I get stuck on it sometimes. I just love it. It's a very distant party, but I can hear a party going on. You guys hear that? Can't really hear what kind of music it is, but I can hear the distant sound of a party going on. COVID party, yeah. It's mariachi. It's another mariachi super spreader. Let me let you inside, V. Recreational marijuana legalization laws have passed in Virginia. We might be getting legal weed here in the near future. Pretty stoked for that. Hey, dope. Glad to hear it, Juwan. We should be wearing masks out in public for the rest of time. Oh boy. Schumer wants to legalize it in federal law. Legalize it in federal law? What? Paul, have you ever seen Madman? It's a low-budget Friday the 13th ripoff. You look like the killer from it right now. Thanks, guy. Thanks, man. Paul, you look like a fucking low-rent killer, dude. It's hilarious. I don't really care. If my self-esteem flowed from my audience, I'd be lower than a worm. But holy shit, dude, the fancy free way people will just casually come up in here and be like, you're ugly as fuck, motherfucker. It's like, whoa. Like, sorry for existing, man. Sorry for being here. Builds character, yeah. I look like a top shelf hit, man. Awesome. Can always rely on the internet to keep people humble. Yeah, it's just crazy. I know it's like a lot of people get it way fucking worse. Trust me. Likely women and people that present as women get the worst of it. It's just insane how, like, casually people will come in and just be like, I'm gonna critique the way that you fucking look. It's like, who the fuck are you? Did you just do a bump? What? Have you ever been around? Oh my fucking God, you're banned forever. What a dumb motherfucker, dude. Fucking kids, dude. Did I just do a bump? What? Yeah, I'm just sitting here casually on YouTube snorting cocaine. Just like, fuck, man. I remember being 12. You also thought I was snorting something? You kids are fucking ridiculous, dude. You legitimately fucking ridiculous. You done bump. You seen Attack on Titan. I love it. Idiots make the world intolerable, but also interesting. Yeah, dude. I'm just casually sitting here on a fucking Saturday night, streaming live on YouTube, just railing coke. Railing coke on my back porch with people driving around and shit. You know? Fuck yeah, man. Living the dream. Get out of here. Yeah, dude. This is not an Andy Dick stream. If I was on a bunch of coke, it would be really fucking apparent if you've been around one person on coke. Trust me. You would know. I was at Warped Tour and a guy was in a pit doing lines off his wrist. Like, I mean, yeah, dude, people will do fucking little bumps and shit sometimes. It's crazy. You saw a dude do a fucking bump once? Oh my god, me too. You know what else I saw? Dude, I saw a guy drink a beer once. It was crazy. He cracked a can of beer and he drank a whole beer. You know what else I saw, dude? I saw a guy light a cigarette once and I thought, ew, man, that's a tobacco cigarette. That's crazy. And then I saw it and it was a marijuana cigarette. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, man. A jazz cigarette, yes. I called the police immediately and reported the whole party. Because that sort of thing has no place in the world. You saw someone do a dorb once? Oh my god. Yeah. I saw a boy and a girl holding hands the other day, and I was like, oh my fucking god, bro. I hope I never see a boy and a boy holding hands. Oh my fucking god, dude. I've heard that happens. Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. One time you were listening to rap music and he said the N-word. Oh my god, dude. I've heard that happens. I've heard that happens in rap, but I've never listened to rap because I was afraid I was going to hear the N-word. So I don't listen to rap. Like, literally, they'll have teachers walk the hallways and yell at kids to stop holding hands. Stop holding hands. Reminds me about the Doug Stanhope bit about how old people are going to say the new generation is a bunch of Red Bull crybabies instead of the usual out-of-control talk. Yeah, it doesn't really translate all that well into a YouTube comment, bro. Interestingly enough, when Doug Stanhope tells it, I bet it's pretty funny, but when you strip it of all nuance and context and type it out in the chat, it's honestly, that just makes it worse because they probably just want to smash face more. Do these teachers understand teenagers at all? No. I remember when I was in middle school and they would have the school dances, teachers would be in the crowd trying to stop kids from twerking on each other. What the fuck, bro? Twerking wasn't a thing when I was a kid. And if kids were doing it in the hallways, we would have been in trouble for it, for sure. But that wasn't a thing that kids were doing back in my days. Yeah, grinding was the thing. Yeah, in the 90s it was the grind, dude. Like, chick would straddle your leg, you know what I mean? Grinding is still the thing. Yeah, you'd listen to I Wanna Sex You Up and you'd grind, you know? Too many flat butts in the 90s. I mean, there were some flat, like, there were some butts that are not flat, but it's like the high-waisted jeans made them look flat. Like, that's all it was. Like, there were some booties that were just like fat and waiting to be pinched and slapped up, but they were like hidden behind these weird high-waisted parachute jeans. You know what I mean? It was a shame, really. If you're a fan of man ass, dude, the 90s wasn't a good time either, because like baggy pants, everybody wore fucking like pants that were like 3 sizes too big for them. So you had to use your imagination in the 90s. You had to imagine what it looked like under there. These semi-formals in my school quickly devolved into orgies. What? Okay. I'm sure they did. I think the loose pants are coming back. They are. Oh no. Oh no. Who cares? I'm done. I'm done.